Hi, so today I'm just going to show you a couple of variations that you can use to put into the workouts if you're suffering with any knee problems and find the squats or lunges particularly challenging. Maybe they obviously cause some pain and they're very difficult to do. So I've got some exercises here that you can substitute instead of the squats and the lunges into the workouts. That means you can carry on, you can still do the whole workout, you just make it a little bit more specific to yourself. So not all of the ones I'm going to suggest here are going to work for you, but hopefully there will be some that are okay for you and your particular knee problem. So we're going to start with a single leg deadlift and a normal deadlift. So I'm just going to use a little weight here. Now you can do this with a bar or a couple of dumbbells. For the single leg one, then we can use just one dumbbell. It's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do, you're just going to keep the standing leg fairly straight. We have done this one in some of the workouts, so you may be familiar. We're going to come down, bring in the other leg up and up again. So we're just coming down, weight comes down to the floor and up again. Now you can hold on with one, you can hold on with two hands. Whatever suits you is absolutely fine. So we're down to the ground and back up again. Obviously you do both sides, and depending on the workout would depend on how many reps you do. So that one particularly gets the back of the thigh, also works the hip, the lower back as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So next up, now obviously that one doesn't carry much intensity to it. So if, for example, in the workout we're doing a squat or maybe a squat jump, for example, this sort of action, now obviously if you suffer with knee pain, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. So this is one that can possibly help in that circumstance. So we're going to do a squat and a press, or a clean and a press. So now traditionally you do this in a squat type fashion. You'd come up and then you press up to the sky. You come down, up and press up to the sky. Now what you can do is modify the squat to suit yourself. So what you can do is you can come down as far as the knees allow, but you can also come forward a little bit from the waist. So that would look like this, and up. So you're not putting as much stress through the knee joint, but you're still going to be working those quadriceps. But also as well, it does look a little bit like a deadlift, so you're going to bring the hamstrings into play and obviously lower back as well. But it carries some intensity to it. So like I say, if we're going to do a squat jump in the workout, then that is quite a good alternative because it is going to get the intensity ramped up a little bit. Okay, good. So next up, now this is something that you can try. A couple of alternatives here to the squat, and actually by doing the squat, and that is to try the various different positions with your feet. Now try and turn the feet out to the side and have the knees coming out sideways like this and come down and up. Now quite often that's a lot more friendly to the knee, so it's worth having a go at that one to see if you can find an angle that works better. It doesn't matter even if you don't get all the way down and all the way up, then just come down as far as your the pain threshold, if you like, allows. As well as doing that, I'm just going to grab some little discs here. Now what you can do is you can put these underneath your heels. So if we're working like this, now this is bringing my heel up a little bit, and you can use those to see whether that makes it a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You've got to just experiment and see what happens. So if you are using these, make sure you're still sitting backwards. So you're still going to sit back into the squat and you're not going to come and tilt forward, because that would obviously put more strain over the knee as you're trying to control that forward action. So again, you can use these and turn your legs out to the side as well, together, if that makes it, again, try the different combinations and see what works. Okay, so next one up we're going to do is just a step up. Now, I understand that obviously a normal step up could be a problem. If you suffer with knee pain, then doing that action could be a problem because obviously you're using this leg singularly to transfer your whole weight up. So what I'm going to suggest is to do more of a jump up. So it looks more like this. So you're actually jumping up onto the step. So it's a jump up rather than from this angle having to put the force through the knee and then come up. We're going to use this leg to push up. So you're using the calf, you're pushing up like this onto the step. So you're really having to, you're transferring the load from the front leg to the back leg. But again, it creates some intensity. You're using your leg muscles, which is obviously ramping up the intensity of the exercise. So again, if the workout is such that we are doing maybe a lateral lunge down like this, up again to the other side, and like this, then perhaps you can add that in to create a similar kind of intensity. Okay, this is another one which again may work for you, it may not work for you, and this is going to be a lateral box jump. So we're going to start to the side, we come up, shuffle across, down, shuffle across, down. Now again, I appreciate that we've got a load on this knee that's on the stool. So it all depends on your particular problem and how you find that and if that works for you. So again, try and use this leg to push up, use this leg, push up, use this leg, push up. So I'm not using this one. I'm not driving the force through this leg that is in a compromised position depending on your problem. Okay, next one we're going to do is just a kettlebell swing. I'll just go through that again, how that looks, just to make sure. I only did it a few times, but you'd be like this. So you go from side to side, like this. Just keep working side to side. So again, you can see how that is going to get the intensity ramped up. And again, substitute any number of things that we do. Quite often we do something like a jump and a squat, a jump and a squat. Well, that could be an alternative for something like that. Okay, last one we're going to do is a kettlebell swing. So, brilliant exercise, all-round body exercise this one. Again, can substitute it in at any stage where we're doing any squatting or lunging type action. For example, sometimes we do like a lunge back, up and a kick. Lunge back, up and a kick. Well, instead of that, you can do a kettlebell swing. This looks like this. So we're coming up again. Notice I am doing a squat movement with the legs, but you control that and make it as deep as you want. So if you're okay with doing a little squat, then just this is fine. Okay, so it's just one dumbbell. Again, you can actually go quite heavy on this, and even for women, absolutely fine. Don't need to go massive heavy, but I mean, these are only very light dumbbells. These are like 2 or 3 kilograms. You could probably go to 6, 7, 8 kilograms if you've got them. And be absolutely fine, because you were not really, it's more of a momentum, more of a pendulum type action, and you're not really using your arms to lift it. Important on this one is that we bend from the hips and not the waist, so the back stays nice and straight, and we just come up and down, just up to sort of head height, nose or eyes, and we're backwards and forwards like this. So again, that one creates a nice bit of intensity, gets you slightly out of breath, and again, you're still working your legs, so it creates that alternative. Okay, I hope that's made sense, and I hope that provides you with some alternatives that you can add into the workouts. I understand that, with these if you have knee issues, it gets frustrating, because more often than not, the traditional ways of working the leg muscles and, to be honest, the cardiovascular system, if we're doing home-based workouts or workouts where we're not using any equipment, then we tend to use lots of body weight type actions where we're probably jumping around, we're squatting down, we're going down to the floor, up again, and therefore it becomes a problem where you're having to put force through that open knee joint. It's not going to be happy, it's not going to like it. And the last thing you need when you're trying to work out is to be in pain. So we don't want that. We want to try and get you away from pain and create some alternatives so you can still follow along. Okay, any questions, let me know. But hopefully that makes sense and gives you some idea on how you can substitute these exercises in.